Thank you for coming to our 2021 volunteer training. I'm so glad that you are here. To our new volunteers, I hope that you're finding yourself at home and that JEMfriends is going to be a good fit for you or your church or a small group to get involved. To our returning volunteers, thank you. Thank you for all you gave last year in 2020. It was a hard year for all of us, and you guys were instrumental in making just the work of JEMfriends go forward. I'm so glad that you're back this year. I wanted to share a little bit about 2020. Last year's training, I stood up and I was talking about our programs and projects and all that we were going to launch into, and we had some pretty big goals. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get those programs or projects off the ground like we hoped. With COVID hitting so early in the year, it caused us to lose some key staff members. We had to change how we did life skills classes. Also, it changed up our volunteering in the volunteer program. We weren't able to get as many volunteers as we hoped involved. So we're going to try to do most of those programs and projects again this year, and I'll share a little bit more about that in a moment. In 2020, we decided the best decision was to focus in on the youth that we had and try to help them navigate through the crisis as quick or as best as possible. So we chose to focus really hard on the 7 girls that we had in our program and our boys that were transitioning out of the home in April. So we focused in on them, helping them with their basic needs and getting them out and involved in the community and doing activities to help them stay encouraged and motivated through the year. COVID has affected all of us, but it really was devastating for youth who aged out of foster care and even for our youth. They all had to deal with so much change, which included their schooling going online. Most of our youth struggled with the online learning. Housing prices increasing so much. It has caused some of our youth who would be transitioning to independent living from JEMfriends at this point not able to because of the high prices. Employment. Many of our youth had to change jobs, especially in that March, April, May timeframe when businesses were shut down. Many of them lost jobs and they had to deal with trying to find new work environments, new places to work. And then kind of little factors, but even like our bus system being shut down for a while caused some of our youth to not have consistent transportation to their work, and they lost jobs because of that. So as we go into 2021, we're excited about how much more we can do, not because much is different out in our community yet. We're still waiting for things to get back to hopefully a normal, but we feel a lot more prepared and passionate to launch into those programs that we had planned for last year. So I want to share with you 4 areas of involvement you can be involved in and with those projects that we're launching into in 2021. Just after this training, if there's an area that strikes you, we just encourage you to reach out and get involved in that way. All right, first way is church or organization involvement. If you have a church or an organization that can come together, there's 2 ways we feel like you can be involved with us in 2021. We have a fundraising drive in March. We can supply your church, your organization with little housing piggy banks. And through the month of March, we're asking that you fill those with coins, with change, with donations of any kind. If you have a business even, this is something you could put out in your business for the month of March. People can throw their spare change in there after they make a purchase. Hopefully they're still taking cash at your business or the business so that will work. Another way you can be involved is partnering with us to get monthly updates out there. We are going to do our best to supply you with a 2-minute video update that you're just going to have to be able to just put in that online bulletin, maybe share during your service, shoot out through an email to your team members, and just encourage them to watch a 2-minute video updating them about the happenings of JEMfriends that month. If you prefer a written update, we can also do that. Serving on a committee for JEMfriends. This would be a second way to be involved. If you have skills that would you would be able to bring to one of our committees. We'd love to have you involved. Because we're not able to do as much hands-on volunteering, we're creating more teams that will be able to come together via Zoom or other avenues to help advance us in developmental areas. These committees will serve as short as 60 days or may run all year. An example that I know Natalie is going to touch on is our Brainstorming Committee. So if you have a skill that you feel like you can bring, reach out and see if there's a committee that you could be a part of. Boys housing. We plan to reopen our boys housing this year. There's a key aspect, an individual that we're looking for, and this would be a mentor who has a minimum of 10 hours to give to mentor the boys and to help them transition along and gain those independent skills. So if you're somebody potentially retired, able to get out, meet one-on-one with the youth, then that is something that we are looking for. So please reach out if you have 10 hours a week and would like to mentor young men. Job training education. I'm very excited that we're going to get this launched. It's going to be something available for our youth that are in the program, but also for our alumni. And we are going to be running 1 or 2 day job training, kind of like a job training school, where we focus on job training classes and hands-on skills. So if you have a business that would be able to bring a youth in to job shadow for a day or a half day, or potentially someone in your business could come in and teach one of those job training classes for us, we'd love for you to be involved in that way. That's what I have to share today about our 2021 goals and our projects that JEMfriends is going to be doing. And I encourage you to reach out if you are just feeling like you would like to be a part of that bigger vision that we're going after this year. Thank you.